Smith, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, 8-time Pro Bowler, et cetera.
Dancing with the Stars champion.
Yeah. Please do not leave that out.
Can't leave that.
Yeah. But we're here talking about the Hager Hall of Fame Dad campaign.
Yes.
It's all about the dads.
You can nominate
your dads if you feel like your dad is a Hall of Fame dad, and enter him into the contest. The contest runs between now, which is February, to almost the end of February. It's about to begin March, all the way up to Father's Day. And so if your father is selected to be one of the finalists, then they will have an opportunity to earn the right to go to the NFL Hall of Fame enshrinement, which is a great experience. Trust me, I do know. I've been to many. And so it's a tremendous program, and the program is not necessarily reserved just for fathers, because we all know that there are heroes and sheroes that are in the lives of young men and women, and we also know that there are also mentors, coaches, teachers, and others that have played a significant role in the lives of young people. And so however you see fit, that father figure, that influencer, that person that's a part of your life that has helped shape you and have impacted your life in the most positive way, feel free to nominate them with a video. You can also go out and send videos of these individuals. I've seen some of it on my Twitter feed. People nominating their fathers who's driving, working for mail companies, the U.S. Postal Services and others as well, and just nominating their dads because they feel that their dad are worthy of this honor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you could become a Hall of Fame dad. Y'all too young to be
maybe
dads,
one
though.
day. Yeah.
Y'all
Not
too
yet.
young.
I'm 25. Don't tell my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But,
no rush.
Yeah, exactly.
But so obviously your dad was incredibly important to you and influential to you. Do you have any moments that stand out to you that you feel like your dad shaped you in a certain way?
There are a number of moments. My dad has made some impacts in my life in a number of different ways, and it just few words here and there. In 2010, the day that I was actually announced as an enshrinee for the 2010 Hall of Fame, my father told me right before I went up, right after they made the announcement, he grabbed me, put aside, and said to me, "Son, you're doing what I've always wanted to do." But I never had a chance to do it and complete up my dreams. And so, because he had to stay home with his mom to take care of his mother at the time. And so we talking about in the 50s and probably 60s for him. And so he said, "You're living my dream." So without knowing all that insight in terms of what sacrifices he had to make, and the things he did for his family, then seeing how his life turned out in terms of not having the chance to go to college and doing whatever he needed to do to make ends meet for the family. And he was a significant impact on the Escambia transit system for over 40 years, driving a city bus and making ends meet for the family. That's just one example. There are other examples where he shared with me when I was out of bounds doing a dance routine in the end zone after scoring a touchdown in Memphis. After the game, he pulled me to the side and said, "Son, what was that?" He said, "The great ones don't do things like that. The great ones act like they've been there before. You will be in the end zone many more times." He said, "I don't ever want to see that again." And so, and from that point on, I never did any kind of dance routine in the end zone from that point on. And then right before my rookie season, the wisdom of a elderly person, or wisdom of an older person, I should say. He shared with me, he said, "Son, keep everything that you do on that football field, because you never know where your place in history will be."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how profound when you look back after a 15-year career in the National Football League and going into the Hall of Fame, becoming an all-time leading rusher, all the things that I was able to accomplish with my teammates. Just profound statements. I kept every touchdown football. So I might have the most valuable football collection in NFL history. When you start talking about when you are the all-time leading touchdown guy in the National Football League with 164 touchdowns. So when you have those balls, they are very valuable in the hands of the right people. And so just things like that, not to mention just seeing how my life was in Pensacola with my family, and how things were good and things were bad, and taking the good with me and trying to make the bad better within my own household. Just those kind of things are just life lessons. And so you can learn a lot if you're just paying attention to some of the great details. And not only that, but you're learning a lot from some of the mistakes.
Yeah. So do you think in that way football mirrors life, in that you could take things that don't go right? We play football for Wagner on Staten Island. And so, we understand that it doesn't always go the way you want it to go. So you think that mirrors in football what life is about?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, football mirrors life. In so many different ways. Football is full of diversity, black, white. Even now you have Hawaiian guys playing the game, and very few Hispanics, but you do have some Hispanics that play the game, where there's some guys that are very good. And so you have short, tall, healthy guys. I don't want to say fat, but healthy guys. Then you have guys that are not so healthy. And so various positions, and offense, defense, special teams. The thing about football that I absolutely love and how it parallels life is that you have to come together as a team in order to achieve great things. Life is the same way, whether it's a family unit, whether it's a city, whether it's a state, or whether it's a country. You have to come together if you really truly believe in greatness and allowing people to achieve their level of greatness within this union. Then people have to have an opportunity, and football is the same way. You have backups, you have equal opportunity and equal competition, and you have to stay healthy. So when things go bad, you get hurt, or somebody else step right in, you have the opportunity, you have a chance to lose your position. So you fight back for that, you compete for that. And that's free enterprise in America, to be honest with you. And so the man or the woman who has not only the best idea, but the work ethic to go and make that ideal a reality, that's how it all works. It's the same thing in football. You don't just become the all-time leading rusher because I said I wanted to be it. You have to work to become that, and have to endure and go through the process of making that happen along with the rest of your teammates. You have to conform everything into the box of teamwork. And in that box, you do your part while others do their parts.
Now, in terms of process, we have a friend of ours who we just invited to the NFL Combine. Do you have any advice for a guy who, maybe not a big name guy, but he's trying to make a name for himself, and he's trying to get drafted on draft day? Right. Do you have any advice for a guy like that?
Well, I would just say be patient, lower your expectations. Oftentimes people are constantly told that they will be a first round, second round, third round, fourth round pick. And sometimes when you're a fourth round pick or fifth round pick projected, somebody needs that position and you fit that need. So you never know where you're going to go. Draft day is just like a roll of the dice. You may have a few guys that are pretty much locked and loaded as top 10s or top 15s, but once the draft begins, there's always these deals that are struck, trading here and there, and it will impact a person's position. And so by lowering your expectation, you're humbling yourself through the process, and you're allowing the process to take place. And when that opportunity presents itself, then you know where you're going. Yeah. And once you get there, the work truly begins. Yeah. And so for anybody, I would just say, it's not about where you're drafted or who draft you. It's about the opportunity that's in front of you once you get drafted. And when you see that opportunity, then you have to do everything in your power to study your book, make sure you know your plays, so you're not really out there running around thinking about what you should be doing. You basically are playing the game and reacting the way you should be playing the game, and not thinking, because when you're thinking too much, it slows down the process of execution.
Great. Quickly before we wrap up, what's your relationship like with Hager?
It's been great. I mean, I've had a Hager jacket on since the 2010. And so Hager is obviously the official designer and maker of the NFL Hall of Fame jacket. And so, and Hager is out of Dallas. And so I know some of the Hager family members. And so being familiar with their product and being familiar with the company itself makes it a lot easier and especially when you're a Hall of Famer and they make the only jacket that's a Hall of Fame jacket for you. So it's been a great relationship thus far, and I look forward to expanding upon that relationship, and we'll see where we go from here.
All right, great. The
Hager Hall of Fame Dads contest.
Exactly.
Submit your dads.
Exactly. www.hagerhallofdad.com.
Perfect. Emmitt Smith, one of the best to ever do it. Thank you for sitting down for it.
Oh,
with
thank
us.
you guys.
Appreciate
Stay young.
you.
Yeah.
Stay
We'll
young.
try.
Stay young.